Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, so if you're a freelancer, you know you wear a lot of hats. But you're not just a creator or a consultant. You are literally the entire IT department. So today, we're building your digital fortress, a powerful but really simple defense system to protect you, your work, and your clients. Here's our game plan. We're going to start by understanding the unique risks we face as freelancers. Then we'll build up our defenses, layer by layer, from locking down our identity to creating a what-if emergency plan. Trust me, by the end of this, you won't just be safer, you'll be a more trusted professional. All right, first things first, the freelancer's risk. It sounds dramatic, I know, but why are we, as independent pros, such a prime target? Let's get real about our digital vulnerability. Seriously, think about it. Big corporations, they have whole teams, maybe even entire floors of people dedicated to security. But for us, we're it. We are the IT department. That means we are solely responsible for protecting our own finances, all our project files, and, this is the big one, our client-sensitive data. And that very responsibility, well, it makes us a really attractive and often much easier target for cyber attacks. Okay, so let's start building. The very first layer of our defense is all about securing the main gates to our fortress. And what are those gates? Well, they're your own line accounts, your email, your cloud storage, your social media, the main entry points to your entire digital life. Passwords. They're our absolute first line of defense. And this slide really shows the difference between using a paperclip and a bank vault door. A weak, reused password is like having the same flimsy key for your house, your car, and your safe. If that one key gets stolen, guess what? Everything is gone. A strong, unique password, on the other hand, is like a custom forged key for every single door. You should be aiming for at least 12 characters, and please never, ever reuse them. But you know what? Even the strongest password can be stolen. That's why we need a second lock on the door, and that is Multi-Factor Authentication, or MFA. It's so simple. Even if a hacker somehow gets your password, they can't get in without that second piece of proof, like a code that's sent only to your phone. It's a really easy step that literally stops most automated attacks dead in their tracks. So where do you start? Where should you enable MFA first? You've got to prioritize the crown jewels: your money, your work files, and your professional reputation. Seriously, if you do nothing else after watching this, go enable MFA on your banking apps, your cloud storage, and your main social media accounts. It is one of the single most powerful security moves you can make, and it only takes a few minutes. Okay, our gates are secure. Awesome. Now it's time to reinforce the actual walls of our fortress. And these walls, they are the physical devices and networks we use every single day. Our laptops, our phones, and our Wi-Fi. You want to know the easiest, most effective security habit you can possibly adopt? It's turning on automatic updates. Just think of them as a 24/7 maintenance crew, constantly patrolling your fortress walls and patching up tiny cracks before an attacker can even think about slipping through. All you have to do is switch them on and let them do the work for you. It's a huge win. Now this checklist right here, this is your multi-layered workspace defense. Think of it this way. Antivirus software acts like your guard dogs, constantly sniffing out threats. A strong Wi-Fi password secures your home base. A VPN, that creates a secret encrypted tunnel for your data when you're on public networks, like at a coffee shop. And finally, simple things like lock screens and remote wipe are your absolute last line of defense if a device is ever lost or stolen. A fortress can have the strongest walls in the entire world, but it doesn't mean a thing if the guardian is tricked into just opening the gates. This next layer is all about us, the human element. It's about training ourselves to be vigilant and to spot the threats that technology can't always catch. This needs to be your new mantra. Phishing attacks, they're designed to manipulate you, often with a sense of urgency or fear. Your best defense is just to cultivate a healthy dose of skepticism. So, before you click, before you download, before you reply to any unexpected request, just pause, take a breath, and verify it through a different channel, like a quick phone call. This slide breaks down the 4 most common tricks they use. Think of it like a mental checklist. Is an unexpected email pressuring you to make a phone call? Or change a process? Or download a file? Or click a link? These are all classic red flags that should immediately make you stop and investigate. Treat your data, and especially your client's data, like it's gold. Every single piece of information you share out there is a potential liability. So before you fill out a form or give away any detail, just ask yourself one simple question. Is this absolutely necessary? The less you share, the smaller the target you present to the world. And finally, let's build our safety net. Because look, no defense is ever perfect. Breaches can happen. And in those moments, being prepared isn't just helpful, it's everything. This is your what-if plan. Your data is your livelihood, period. So you need two different kinds of lifeboats. Cloud backups are for convenience. Your laptop dies, you get a new one, and you restore everything in an hour. Easy. But an offline backup, like a hard drive that you keep disconnected from the internet, that is your defense against major disasters like ransomware that can encrypt everything, including your cloud files. You don't need one or the other, you really, really need both. So if the worst does happen, your first instinct is probably going to be to panic. Don't. This 4-step plan is your guide to staying in control. First, stop the attack. Disconnect from the internet. Second, immediately change your most critical passwords. Third, you've got to notify anyone who might be affected, like your clients or your bank. And finally, report it. Having this plan ready before you need it is the key to minimizing the damage. And look, getting started with all this doesn't have to be overwhelming. This slide points to the 3 core tools that make a fantastic foundation. A VPN encrypts your connection, which is crucial on public Wi-Fi. A password manager creates and remembers all those unique, complex passwords for you, a total lifesaver. And a good antivirus is just your constant guard against malware. These tools really help automate your defense. So, at the end of the day, good cybersecurity isn't just some technical chore you have to do. For a freelancer, it's a core business function. It's really about protecting your reputation and honoring the trust that your clients place in you. So you have to ask yourself, is your digital fortress strong enough to protect everything you've worked so hard to build?